Hello everybody, welcome to Technique Tuesday. I am going to show you how to make a fancy fold card today, known as a simple Z card or simple Z card for those of you who are watching in other parts of the world, not to be confused by Z Cars, which was a TV police drama in the 1960s and 70s in England when I was growing up. Anyway, I was going to demonstrate this card, which I think is quite nice, and it's good for masculine cards because they are quite hard to come up with quite often. So this is the where it gets its name from, although it doesn't really look, I think that would be more of a ZZ shape. But anyway, this is the card, and then it opens up and it has room to put things inside. So as nice as that card is, I thought, no, the weather in New Jersey has been so cold and wintry, and we put our clocks forward, so now spring is on the way. We can definitely turn our attention to the beach. So that's the card I'm going to make for us today. So let me get started. I'm taking a half sheet of Pool Party, and as per the directions, I am going to score it at 4 1/4, which is half of the cardstock, and then I'm also going to score it at 2 1/8, which for all you mathematicians out there is half of 4 1/4, so it basically folds back on itself. So it folds in half, a nice crisp edge, and then it folds back on itself 2 1/4. So that's where you get the name of the fold from. Pew, pew, pew. So, a tip I recently learned is, instead of struggling that the front will match the inside, what you do is you attach the inside first because it's easier to line up. So we're going to go ahead and put the inside piece in, slap dab in the middle. And then when you come to attach the front layer, you just line it up and you know it's going to fit. So the other trick, of course, is because it's a half a fold, you can't put adhesive here, otherwise you'll stick your card closed. So the trick is to do it upside down. In this instance, it doesn't really matter because the cardstock's the same color on both sides. But if you're doing it with designer series paper or something, then it would matter, or if it was already stamped, it would matter. So what you do is you use where you can see the folds are to guide where you put your adhesive, and then when you flip it back over, making sure of course you've got the sticky side over to the left, again you line it up with the layer because they were both cut to the same size. And then when you've attached it, there's nothing sticky here to stick your card closed. So now let's get on to the lovely beachy front. I'm going to be using a new stamp set I just got called Ocean Front. And this is a really interesting, it's just pieces, but it makes the most amazing cards. So let's get them stuck onto the clear blocks. So we need the sky, we need the sea, we need the sand, the bulrushes, and we also need some little speckles. So we'll start with the sky, make our way down, for which I'm going to use Pool Party, which is the same color as the cardstock. One of the best ways to ink up big stamps is to lay the stamp down and tap the ink onto it, not the other way around. Then you can make sure, to the best of your knowledge and good faith, that you have everything done. So I'm going to try and get that into place without my usual trick of sticking my head in a shot. Give it a good press. There we have it. looks rather lovely if I say so myself. The next step is the water, which I'm using Seaside Spray, but you can use Balmy Blue or any lighter blue that you may have. Again, we're going to stamp it onto the stamp, lying it face up. And then we just need to create a nice handy dandy little horizon. The thing about these stamps too is they're textured. As you can see, they're not all as dark as each other. And the first time I did this, I thought, oh no, I didn't stamp it right. Well, actually, yes. And the good thing is, if you don't stamp it properly, no one can tell, particularly. And then the last little piece of the threesome is the ground, the sand. So in order to do the sand, I'm going to show you a little technique to get a bit more dimension into it. So we'll stamp it using crumb cake, which is this colour, and then I'm going to take soft suede, which is kind of a medium brown colour, and stamp the sprinkles actually on to the stamp, so it adds a little bit of texture. And then we're going to stamp that. So now we have the sky, the sea and the sand. I already feel warmer. And then the last little bit in the corner is to take the grasses and just stamp them. And then it can be put onto the card, but the one thing I wanted to do was to add a greeting, and I also have Paradise Palm set, which has some pretty, well, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory why it's called a palms, but it's got some lovely little phrases that I hope you find a little paradise wherever you may be. Retirement wishes, because lots of people retire to Florida where there are palm trees, or down south where there are palm trees. But I like this one, which says, wishing you a warm and beachy kind of day. So we are going to put that on a block. This one is actually a cling stamp. These ones are clear see-through polymer stamps, but they all adhere to the clear blocks. And then using soft suede again, pop that up in the top corner. And last but not least, stick it to the card front. So the pool party and the crumb cake go with the card. Oops. And that's it. That's the finished product. It's nice and beachy, lots of space for a greeting. There is the masculine version of the same card. Quick and easy. Lots of variety. You're not limited to anything except by your imagination. Thank you so much for watching.